Could the Prime Minister's life be in danger? Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival continues to get bad press, and shocking details are revealed as more information comes out about the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute. We've got those stories and a whole lot more. I'm your host, Krishna Virgil, and this is the Tribune's Top 5. The nation's chief revealed on Wednesday that he now requires more security after he was the subject of threats. Prime Minister Perry Christie on Wednesday suggested in the House of Assembly that he had received violent threats, which led the Royal Bahamas Police Force to increase his security detail. While he did not go into detail about the circumstances that led to his increased security, he called the situation a matter of national security. The Tribune understands that the threats were made against the Prime Minister on Facebook. The content of those threats or when they were posted are unclear, as they have since been removed, the Tribune was told. Prime Minister Christie said, "We have to be careful as leaders when we create public opinion that is interpreted by our supporters who might not be as discerning and as disciplined as us. That interpretation could manifest itself in violence being inflicted. I wish I could speak about something going on personally in my life as Prime Minister, but I don't want to say anything about it now because it is a matter of national security and why you see more police around me." End quote. Following the morning session of the House, Mr. Christie was asked to explain his comments. However, he declined to comment. He directed the media to speak with police. When contacted, Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade said he would not speak specifically to Mr. Christie's comments. 58-year-old father of four, Theophilus Thompson, was shot multiple times and killed while dropping his girlfriend home late Friday night to become the country's 26th murder victim. The brother of the victim described the perpetrators as cowardly dogs. According to police reports, shortly before 11 p.m., Mr. Thompson was sitting in his car with his girlfriend in front of her home on Cadolio Street when a group of 4 or 5 men armed with handguns opened fire on the home. The suspects then fled on foot in an unknown direction. Mr. Thompson was shot multiple times in the chest, but his girlfriend was unharmed. However, a man and a woman who were standing a few feet away from the home were shot, the man in the thigh and the woman in the leg. They required hospital treatment. The victim sped off in an attempt to drive himself to the hospital, but crashed a short while later on Montrose Avenue. He was taken to hospital by ambulance, but died of his injuries around 1 a.m. on Saturday. Meanwhile, the body of a woman was found burnt beyond recognition in her home in the White Addition area off Kemp Road early Wednesday morning. Residents in the small community identified the victim as 33-year-old mother of 3, Tiffany Knowles. Chief Superintendent Paul Rule, officer in charge of the Central Detective Unit, said around 7 a.m. a man arrived at the Wolf Road police station and reported that he had been involved in an argument with a woman believed to be his wife at their home. An autopsy will be performed to determine the cause of death. A 34-year-old male was helping police with the investigation into the woman's death and the suspected arson. Police confirmed. The heat on the government went up a few degrees on Wednesday after Works Minister Philip Brave Davis revealed that he misinformed the Parliament over questions of BAMC's insurance coverage. Chairman of the Free National Movement, Michael Pintard, on Tuesday criticized the government for failing to announce the name of the international artist who will headline the Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival. He said it was inappropriate for government ministers to now come at the 11th hour and suggest that it is not a big deal that such a headliner has not been identified. Mr. Pintard, who has been critical of the proposed event, said Bahamians who have to fund the bulk of the festival's costs are to hold the government responsible for any and all major decisions with respect to the planning, marketing, and execution of this event. Mr. Pintard's statements come after Tourism Minister Obi Wolshcombe said last week that he is not concerned about the delay in delivering the announcement, adding that the goal has never been to let the international artists dominate the festival. However, Paul Major, the head of the Carnival Commission, recently admitted that the issue would compromise the Commission's efforts to secure international business. Mr. Major also conceded on Monday that he would have liked to have known by now the name of the international artist the government will choose to headline the event. Mr. Pintard said the delayed announcement is yet another example of the poor planning of particularly the government ministers who have oversight of this event. Audley Hanna, the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute contractor, said he is willing to construct the facility's fire-damaged dormitory from scratch and at no cost to taxpayers, following revelations that the building was not insured. Mr. Hanna of Paradigm Construction said he did not know where he will get the money to rebuild the structure in Andros, but he will find it if the government re-engages him. On Wednesday, Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis revealed that the contractor did not have an insurance policy for the structure, although he was legally required to submit the original all-risk insurance document to receive stage payments. He said, quote, "If it means I have to put the building back to the way it was, I'll do that. But that ain't my call. That's the government's call. I'll do it, and it wouldn't be at any cost to them," end quote. When asked where he would find the resources to build the dorm, he said, quote, "I don't know, but I could find it if it becomes necessary to," end quote. Mr. Davis has said the cost of rebuilding the structure, which will be reconfigured for double occupancy instead of single, would be around $5.5 million. Mr. Hanna did not give a direct response when asked about the fact that he did not insure the $2.6 million structure. However, he urged this newspaper to question the motives behind the decision to set the dormitory on fire. He noted that the man accused of arson, Dave Dion Moxie, 50 years old, is a relative of FNM leader Dr. Hubert Minnis. The Tribune has confirmed that Mr. Moxie is a distant relative of the Killarney MP. The Free National Movement this week slammed the government over its failure to secure a headlining act for Bahamas Junkanoo Carnival as the kickoff date draws near. Works Minister Philip Brave Davis on Wednesday backtracked from his initial comments that the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute's fire damage dorms insurance policy had lapsed. Instead, he confirmed the $2.6 million structure never had all-risk insurance coverage, something that was not revealed until 2 months after it was severely damaged by flames on January 15. He said this oversight was due to an administrative error. Mr. Davis said the contractor stood fully liable for the construction outlay to date, totaling $2.5 million. However, estimates already submitted to the government peg reconstruction costs at around $5.5 million, Mr. Davis said. This comes 2 weeks after the Deputy Prime Minister told parliamentarians that the building's contractor, Audley Hanna of Paradigm Construction, was negligent in paying the dorm's annual insurance premium. During the February 25th House of Assembly session, Mr. Davis said when Mr. Hanna signed the building contract, he had everything that was required to take on the project with the Ministry of Works, which included a contractor's all-risk insurance. However, Mr. Davis's tone changed when he addressed the House on Wednesday, as he admitted that Mr. Hanna submitted every required document to the government except an insurance policy certificate. He said he did not receive the contractor's file until March 2nd, which was when he had learned the facts of the matter. In its place was an insurance policy quote from Royal Star Assurance for all-risk insurance for a 6-month period from the commencement of the project. Had Mr. Hanna paid the insurance premium, he would have had to come up with a mere $23,000. Want to get in on the discussion? Well, here's how you can. Just log on to our website at www.tribune242.com. Like us on Facebook, the Tribune News Network. Send us a tweet at Tribune242 or subscribe to our YouTube page, Tribune242.